Recognition, true and deep, is a rare and secret fire. It burns quietly in a world drowned by noise, an ember of certainty when other voices threaten to smother your own. Each day, we brush against the indifference of crowds, the judgments of strangers, and the careless edits of those who do not know our story. In such company, your outline can blur. You begin to wonder if you exist only in the reflections you catch in other people's eyes. There is a loneliness that seeps in when you are not seen. It settles around your shoulders, not with malice, but with the chill of neglect. At first, it is subtle, a pause before you speak, a shrinking of your laughter, a quiet apology for the space you take. Over time, these moments gather, like mist clinging to the ground, until you forget the shape of your own silhouette. We are taught to seek validation from the world, to measure our worth by its response, but this is like chasing your own shadow, always a step behind, always shifting. The world's gaze is fickle. Sometimes it warms you, sometimes it withdraws, leaving you cold. Chasing it is a game you cannot win, and the more you play, the more tired you become. Yet beneath this weariness, something endures. It is the quiet, steady presence of your own awareness, waiting for you to return. Like a mountain summit veiled in fog, your true self stands, patient and unmovable, even when hidden. The path up is not always clear, but it is always there. The journey is not to find something new, but to recognize what has always been. Imagine a traveler pausing on a windswept ridge, the world below lost in cloud. All he sees are the stones beneath his feet, the cold air on his skin. But with each step upwards, the fog thins. Symbols begin to glow among the rocks, runes he never noticed, carved by experience and endurance. They are the marks of a life truly lived, proof he has always been here, even when unseen. We all carry these inner inscriptions. They are not for public display, nor meant for passing strangers. These markings are for you alone. The world may doubt your story, may try to erase your lines or rewrite your chapters, but it cannot reach this secret script. Your soul is your own sanctuary, a refuge deeper than any outer shelter. Marcus Aurelius wrote that nowhere can a person find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than within their own soul. What does it mean to seek such a retreat, not as escape, but as return? It means learning to hear your own voice, even when the world is shouting over you. It means letting your own warmth be enough when other fires go out. There is a kind of courage in this, not the courage of grand gestures, but the quiet resolve that grows from self-recognition. It is the strength to sit with yourself in silence, to notice your doubts and hopes without flinching. You become a hearth for your own spirit, steady, glowing, and reliable, no matter how fierce the wind outside. Stillness is not stagnation. It is the fertile pause where roots deepen and wounds begin to heal. When you are alone with yourself and the clamor fades, you may notice the first faint flickers of self-respect. This is not arrogance, nor does it depend on anyone's approval. It is the simple truth. I am here and I am real. The world will sometimes try to convince you otherwise. It will hand you scripts that do not fit, names that are not yours, and expectations too narrow for your spirit. You may be tempted to accept these chains, to wear them as if they belong, but the act of recognition dissolves these chains. You see them for what they are, stories, not truths. Have you ever felt yourself shrinking to fit someone else's idea of you? It is a common shape-shifting, born of survival and hope. We contort ourselves to be accepted, to avoid conflict, to keep the peace. But over time, this becomes a kind of erasure, a slow fading of color, a dimming of light. What would it take to stop apologizing for your own presence? The answer is not to shout louder or demand recognition from those unwilling to give it. Instead, it is to stand firm in your own clarity, like a figure emerging from fog. You do not need to prove your existence, you only need to remember it. Self-recognition is not a performance, but a practice. Picture the moment when the veil lifts on the summit and the world expands before you, valleys and rivers, forests and distant lights, all suddenly visible. This is the perspective that comes from seeing yourself without distortion. You are both the traveler and the mountain, both the question and the answer. It is easy to forget this when life grows crowded and loud. You may find yourself longing for validation, hungry for a nod or a kind word. These things matter, but they cannot replace recognition from within. The warmth of the outer world is welcome, but it is not your only fire. Sometimes a sense of erasure feels like being locked out of your own home. You press your face to the window, watching others gather by the hearth, and forget that the key has always been in your pocket. The door to self-recognition is never truly closed. It only waits for you to remember your own hand on the latch. The practice of deep self-recognition is not a one-time revelation. It is a daily return, a gentle, persistent turning inward. You may lose your way, forget your own voice, or doubt your worth. But each time you notice this, you can choose to come back. You can choose to stand in your own presence, however quietly. Today, when you feel overlooked, pause for a breath and silently name 3 things you know to be true about yourself without seeking anyone's agreement. There is a solemn beauty in this work. It is not flashy or loud, but it endures. Like runes carved in stone, the marks of your recognition remain, even when covered by snow or shadow. Over time, the world's opinions shift and fade, but your own clarity can remain constant. In returning to yourself, you make space for real connection. When you recognize your own worth, you meet others not as a shadow or echo, but as a full presence. The warmth you build within becomes a hearth that can welcome others without fear of being consumed or erased. Is it possible to live in a world that cannot always see you, yet still know you exist in full? The answer is yes, though it requires a faith both simple and profound. It is the faith that your story matters, even if only one person, the one living it, ever truly knows it. There is a dignity in not needing to be explained, a quiet pride in simply being. This is not isolation, but the ground of all true relationship. You offer yourself as you are, not as others edit or imagine you. In this act, you reclaim your boundaries and your light. You may feel afraid at first, stepping out from the fog. You may worry you will be met with indifference, or that your self-recognition will not be enough. But with each step, the chains dissolve a little more, and the horizon grows wider. You begin to sense the vastness of your own being. Let your recognition become a hearth, a place of warmth and rest, both for yourself and for those who come in peace. The summit may be cold and exposed, but the fire you kindle there is your own. It asks nothing from the world, yet it gives freely to all who gather near. When you stand in your own presence, the world's attempts at erasure lose their power. You become both visible and unassailable, both open and whole. The journey is not always easy, but it is always yours to take. As the fog lifts and the runes glow, you see how far you have come, not because someone else says so, but because you know it in your bones. Recognition, deep and enduring, is the cure for erasure. In its light, you are no longer a stranger to yourself, but a traveler come home. Thank you for watching and for walking this path alongside me. If you'd like to support the channel, please like and subscribe. For high-resolution art, music, and full transcripts, consider joining me on Patreon. Until then, carry these reflections gently with you, and I hope to see you again in the next video.